a year of being away from YouTube. It's me, Hazel. I have so much to tell you guys today. And if you will excuse me, I know that you guys are looking at me and going, whoa, that girl got big. I'm expecting. I am due in January, and so I am getting quite large. But that's not what I came to tell you guys about. I wanted to talk to you guys today about what the heck I've been up to and where I've been, and I have a pretty nice sized witchy haul for you guys and a little bit of encouragement at the end of this video. So let's get started. I have my tea today. I'm actually drinking mint and chamomile because I have a fever. If you're wondering why I look crazy, it's because I have a fever and I'm trying to bring it down. And I've been cooped up in my house for a couple of days, so video seemed like a good thing to do. First things first, let me tell you guys what I have been up to. I moved out. I moved out of my house and was on my own for a few months, and my husband and I slowly, very slowly, worked through our issues, and I am back and we are still working through a lot of that. So prayers and good vibes are always welcome. So I was gone for a while, and if you have looked at my Facebook, you will see that I have been going through quite a bit. I talk about how the Shadow Queen pulled me through the shadows of hell, and I survived, and that is not an overstatement. I really went through hell and back the last few months. And part of that, I believe, is because I was initiated this year, and that doesn't come easily. Being initiated seems like a really cool thing to do, but you really want to think about what all that's going to entitle, because when you dedicate yourself to the goddess, she is going to test you. Really, I'm not kidding. I really mean that. And hopefully for you guys, it's not as extreme as it was for me, but I really feel that I was so grounded in this light and beautiful world that she really needed me to see and have a reality check as far as the dark side of things, and I got it. So anyways, but I'm expecting, and let's see what else is. The boys have started school, so I finally have some space to myself, which I have not had in probably 6 years. It's been insane. So it's really cool to have a little bit of quiet time, but it's also really weird. And I just got back from the beach last weekend for my birthday, where my husband gave me a new wedding ring to symbolize our fresh start, which was really cool. And it was a full moon there, so that was really, really cool. And just bathing in the goddess's womb, because the ocean is where everything comes from. Bathing in her womb was just such a great renewal for me. If you have never been to the ocean before, you need to get there. So anyways, that's what I've been up to, and my tea is scalding, and I'm trying to let it cool down so I can take a drink because my throat is so sore. Let me just blow on that a bit. My son made this cup for me, Caden. He got the mug from the Dollar Tree. It was just an orange mug, and he put the face on there. He's so cute. Okay. Witchy haul. First of all, can I say that Samhain is coming? Hello? Are you not excited? I'm totally stoked. I think from here on out, my home is like Samhain Central. Really. I don't take anything down forever. But let's get started to the witchy haul. So I did get a few little decorations throughout. They're scattered throughout the house. I went to Michael's, to the Dollar Tree, to Hobby Lobby, but I really don't like Hobby Lobby very much because they are, how do I put this without, this is of no offense to anyone, but because of their Christian ownership, they don't put as much Halloween-y stuff out as they do like fall and happy harvest stuff, which is not very fun, but I mean, that's it. I mean, we live in a beautiful country where we all get to be who we want to be, so that's awesome. But, like, this basket is so cute, and it was on clearance because I think it's from last year. I got it from Michael's. It was 50% off, and you know how Michael's has, like, even the new stuff they put out, they'll give you, like, 40% off. So go check out Michael's, guys. And please, come on. Ah, so good. Okay, witchy haul. I am going to start off with this baby. This is Buddha, and I believe the Buddha in this form is Buddha Siddhartha, but I could be wrong. And his elongated ears represent his enlightenment. And this version, I believe, comes from Nepal. And I really, really dig it because it's big. It was on sale at Ross, and I had to have it for my altar and my sacred space, so I was really excited about this. I am not Buddhist, but I pull from some of Buddha's teachings. I really respect and honor a lot of ascended masters, so I have very few deities and a lot of ascended masters on my altar. Let's see. I got this. Ooh, I'm so excited about this. This is the Thoth deck, the Thoth Tarot by Aleister Crowley. I already know you guys know exactly what this is, and I know that you are salivating because it's awesome. If you don't know what this deck is, Google it, YouTube it, learn about it, read about it, because this deck is so in-depth. You think you know everything there is to know about tarot, and then you get the Thoth deck. It's so freaking cool. I have not really delved into using them yet because they are just so extensive, and I really want to get the most knowledge inside of my brain that I can before I really dive into reading these, because the thing about Aleister Crowley's deck is he talks about every card, not just the major arcana, but all the cards being a living being. So he talks about how you need to sit with each one of the cards and get to know them as an individual. And if you read his little book on the meanings of the cards, they're so, the meanings are so short and not helpful. It's not helpful because he doesn't want you to look up the meanings. He wants you to get to know the deck as an individual. And I think that is incredibly cool. However, it does take lots of meditation and spending a lot of time with the Thoth deck. So if you think you're going to pick this deck up and just go for it, I think you will be sadly mistaken. However, that's what I think is cool about it, is the spending time with it, the charging it, the reading about it, the getting to know it. And that's why I had to have it. I had to order it from my local witchy shop, Miracles of Joy, and they called me as soon as it came in. It took forever for it to come in. I would recommend maybe ordering it online. The other thing, this giant piece of rose quartz, and you will not believe where I got this thing. It's so big. It's like 2 of my hands, and I resonate with rose quartz like you wouldn't believe. Pink is my color of power. Every witch laughs at me about that because if you meet witches, a lot of them are into the darker colors. And I'm like, pink! I love pink! Just give me pink. I even set up an altar that was monochromatic pink at one time. Pink is my power color, baby. And so rose quartz, just for obvious reasons, is like my favorite stone. So I got this giant piece of rose quartz for $20 at Target. Yep, you heard me, at Target. It was in the office section, and I don't remember if it was on sale, but still, $20 for this giant hunk of rose quartz is pretty good. At my local Witchy shop, a small piece of this is $20, so I was very excited to get this. And I'm sorry if I'm short of breath. I am so sick, you guys. I'm trying. And Samhain, for me, I absolutely take it very seriously as far as it being the Witch's New Year. Every Samhain, I set a big goal for myself. And last year, it was to get dedicated to the goddess and to really dive into my practice and studying, and that's what I did. And this year, it's to get back out there in the YouTube verse and to really build my confidence back up after such a destructive time in my life. And by the way, can I shout out to you, Ember Honey Raven? Girl, I'm praying for you every single day because I don't know what you're going through, but when I look into your eyes, I feel like we have somewhat of similar stories as far as our heartstrings, the way our heartstrings are being pulled at the moment. And I totally get the ups and downs of every minute of every day, and I love you, and I am just praying for you every day. If you guys don't know who Ember Honey Raven is, first of all, come out of the closet, get out of your box. If you don't know who she is, you are living in a cave. Check out her channel, Ember Honey Raven, the Big Fat Witch. She's got great stuff on there. She hasn't been posting a lot up as of late because she's going through a lot. If you do know who she is, keep her in your prayers and your good vibes and all of that. Those meditations that you do, think of her at least one time a day, guys. She really needs it. And I'm going to take another sip of this tea. Oh, my sinuses. This, I don't know if you can see it. There you go. Oh, this is my bottle for moon water. It has a little, I got it from an antique shop. It was $2. And every freaking antique bottle in that store was at the least $10, which I would have absolutely paid because I really wanted a special bottle. And I wanted the spout on the side for pouring, but I really wanted a glass bottle that I could set out instead of using my jar. I just used a jar, which is totally fine, but Witchy, we like our sparkling things, or happy things. So this is one of them I found at the local antique shop for $2, and I'm really happy with it. It's exactly what I need. I don't use a lot of moon water, so this is enough to keep on hand for each moon cycle, because I switch it out through each moon cycle and put fresh in here, so that was fun. Herbies. I got some herbs. Like, I went freaking crazy, and the rest of my herbs are in my room, but I like, my friend, okay, shout out to Kelsey, one of my witchy sisters who comes over to my house for the S-Bots. We were making dream pillows, and I literally come out of my room like this with all these jars, and she starts giggling, and I'm like, sorry, it's my herb stash, I keep it in my room. So I wasn't fixing to pull all that stuff out, but I was going to show you some of the new ones that I got. I got mugwort, and I just keep it inside of old jars. I put my jars in the dishwasher and then heat dry them and use them for herbs. But I am on like a jar dry spell, a jar drought. Like, there's no more jars in the house. I've used every single jar. So, I have them in little baggies for the rest of the ones that I just got. This is Damiana, which is great for dreams. So you can burn it or you can put it in a dream pillow. I mixed this with mugwort and put it in a dream pillow, and it worked the first night that I used it. So I keep that in here. And I got this little pumpkin basket from the thrift store like a month and a half ago, and I put all of the herbs that have like no home yet, I put them inside of this basket, and each time I get a new jar, I just pull the top one and put it in a jar. So there's an idea for you guys if you guys are on a jar dry spell. I know the feeling. It's ridiculous. I'm a jar hoarder too, so. Okay, 2 more things. I got Halloween earrings from Walmart, which you cannot see because I'm too far away. What they are little dangly spiders and little studs to match. I have dangly bats and dangly witchy pumpkins. I mean, they were $3 at Walmart, so who wouldn't buy them? And these, come on, you know when these babies come out every year, you get them the first day you see them. I was at Winco, and I saw these on the shelf. They were not with the regular Oreos. They were on a shelf of their own in the dairy aisle by the milk. And I was like, ah! So I grabbed like 2 of these bad boys, and I'm pretty sure this one is probably half gone already because I live with three little males, and they eat up cookies like no tomorrow. So I'm super stoked about all of the Halloween stuff coming out. And it would be really nice to have some oxygen. Can I just get an oxygen tank, please? You know what? My Aunt Karen. Was it my Aunt Karen? I think it was my Aunt Karen. My great Aunt Karen, her husband, Jerry, had an oxygen tank, and its name was Charlie. Its name was Charlie, and he named it Charlie because all of his kids were terrified of his oxygen tank and totally weirded out by it. And so he gave it a name, and he would put a little sweater on it, and he called it Charlie, and then we weren't scared of it anymore. So yeah, I think I need one of those right about now. My respiratory is just broken. Oh God, that is so good. Last but not least, this, for those of you, where did I put my, here it is. For those of you that don't know, this is my Book of Shadows, and I made it myself, so you can giggle if you want to, I don't care. I put something in this probably a month ago, and let me just show it to you. Things are falling out. Well, I'm just going to keep that right here. Okay. This, first of all, my Book of Shadows is made out of an old children's Bible. So if you're looking at this and going, what is behind the hand? It is one of the old pictures from the Bible. But as you can see, it says Hand of Power. And what I did was I traced my hand into my book, and I charged it up for quite some time. I think it was a full moon cycle that I charged it up. And I use it as a portal into my astral realm that I have created, where my servitors are. I say servitors. I have one servitor. It's hard enough for me to create one. The astral plane is not a place that my poor little ADD brain can go very easily. So, I do have a place in the astral realm that I have created that is a lot easier for me to enter than it is for me to create actual entities. So I'm still practicing that, and I do have one that is there. And I've been practicing with that and seeing how it works for me. And what I do is every day at the same time, I put certain crystals onto the hand of power. Well, first I put my hand onto the hand of power, and I say, so and so, it's time to feed. And I open up the portal and I put certain crystals on them, and that's how she feeds, is through these crystals. And then I put my hand back on it and I close the portal back up. But I use my hand of power as a portal, and not just for the astral realm that I've created. I think I'm going to start using it for several other things as well. But I'm still trying to figure all of that out. It's a little bit of deeper magic that I'm excited about learning about and excited about venturing into, and have already dipped my toes in a little bit. And so I thought that was pretty cool. And this right here is a laurel leaf or bay leaf. And I have it here because if you think that you're going to watch this video and get into my portal, or try to send your little evil eyes this way, and you know who I'm talking to, it's not going to happen because I've put protection like crazy over this bad boy. And whenever I open it to show someone, I keep this deflective bay leaf over it so that it is completely protected. So anyways, that's that. And I thought that was pretty cool. So that is pretty much what I wanted to do with you today, is just show you a few things and let you guys know what's been going on. And I want to say thank you so much. There were people who sent me beautiful gifts in the mail, because all of my things were destroyed when I was going through this crazy episode in my life. And you guys sent me stuff to replace them, and that meant a lot to me, because usually when the package would show up, I was in a deep, dark place. And just seeing the packages would remind me of the path that I'm on, and kind of put my feet back on the ground, so to speak. And there's not enough words to thank you guys for that. And then the people who had messaged me and just asked how I was doing, and just the support that I got through this time was phenomenal. One of my witchy sisters came knocking on my door one day and just was like, I haven't seen you. I don't know where you have been. I know you're going through some stuff right now. I just need to know that you're alive and okay. And that was so special to me. And she knows who she is. And we don't always agree about everything, but that's what I love about her, is she calls me on my bullshit. I could call her on her bullshit, although she's always right. Don't get a big head, Kels. Yeah. She tends to be always right. She's older than I am, so she's been through a lot more things, I'm sure. And I just don't even know what to say as far as thank you. That's the only words I know is thank you. And I guess there was one more thing I did want to talk to you guys as far as encouragement goes. I get to post a lot of really cool pictures on Facebook about altar setups for when my witchy sisters come over, and I talk about our little gatherings and some of the cool things that we get to do. And I get messages that say, I wish I lived closer. I wish I could be a part of that, because here I have nothing. And I wanted to say, I have probably said this before, but the way that I went about it, because I was the same as you, I was very alone, and I have a Christian family, and there was no support system except on the internet. And you just want that live connection. And I know how you feel. Um, the way I went about it was, there is a website called meetups.com, and I went on there to see where my local witches were at. I just typed in search. I put witches, covens, local pagan gatherings. I just searched. And I was absolutely surprised to find out that in my area, in the Bible Belt, where I thought there was no one else like me that I could relate to, there's tons. There's a lot. But the gatherings tended to be about 30 to 45 minutes away. Well, I'm a stay-at-home mom, and I have kids at home most of the time, and that's not really an option for me. So I went out on a limb, and I opened Circle, and I sent my intention out into the universe. I created my own page and created my own gathering in my tiny house, which I was like, a lot of the people in my area have big, beautiful houses, and people who are in the New Age community tend to have quite a bit of money. And I just have this little house, this little condo, and very humble. I have a very humble lifestyle. So I was and there's like sticky finger marks everywhere because I have kids and toys and so I just cleaned the shit out of my house and just hoped for the best. That's all I could do. And sure enough, people started showing up. And it was a process. At first it was a couple of people, then it was a little more, and then sometimes some people could come and sometimes others couldn't come. And that's okay. I did not care. I just wanted the interaction with other people like me. That's what I wanted. I wanted to celebrate the moon with other people. And so I didn't care. I took what I could get. And there was an incident where I had to actually tell one of the girls that she couldn't come back here. And so if you do that, you have to understand, you have to come up with a plan if someone comes that you are not comfortable with. You have to decide if you want men or just women, or both. You have to decide what is acceptable in your house and what is not. You just kind of have to set the ground rules and decide what is okay for you and what is not okay for you. And work with the other women to find out what's okay for them and what's not okay for them. And sometimes people can come and sometimes they can't. And sometimes it's just one person. But what I found is when just one person comes, the reality of it is I needed to be alone with that one person. I needed to connect deeper with that one person. And universe always seems to know exactly what you need. So be encouraged to seek out other people. Don't be afraid. If you think that you come from humble, people are just happy that you open your house to them and allow them to come in because they are looking for other people just like you are. They're lonely too. They are just as lonely as you are, and so thankful. The girls who come here are so thankful and so kind to me. They always bring me little gifts and just let me know how thankful they are that I started the group up, and it's really awesome. I really encourage you guys to go out there and find a group for yourself. You can still be a solitary witch. You don't have to join a coven. But just find other people like yourself so you're not so alone. You have a support system, somebody that you can call when you don't understand something, or you have spiritual activity going on in the house. Somewhere that circle has been left open and you're not sure where it is, and you need someone to come over and help you figure things out. That is awesome to me. And so all those people who have messaged me and said, I wish I had that, I wish I had that, you can have it too. Open Circle, put your intention out into the universe, and then search. Do the work. Do the work. You can do it. So anyways, guys, that's all I have for you today. A lot of talking because I needed to get back on track. My next videos won't be quite so long, but I hope you guys have a great day. I don't say love and light at the end of videos because, actually I used to. Through this experience, I have learned that love and light isn't always what's best for you. Sometimes the dark and cold is what you need. So I'm not going to say love and light anymore. But I do love you guys, and I hope you have a great day. Blessed be.